boy. Just be yourself. If people don't like you if you're being yourself, fuck them.
Big Los, and welcome to another episode of The Noize on iHeartRadio. Kev's not going to be with us today. He has some things that need to work out, so shout out to Kev. Hope everything's working out on his side. But standing in, I have the interview that I promised. I have this gentleman, this scholar, this fellow bulldog. Went in green, came out gold. Entertainer, comedian, actor, an astonishing individual. So without further ado, let's get to it. Darryl Williams, what's up, bro?
Yes. What's going on, Losington, my boy? What's
my
up,
brother?
Man?
Chilling, man. How you living?
I'm chilling, man. About to, spark this little joint I just rolled up. You feel me?
Out there living the Cali life to the fullest, I see.
Oh, yeah, man. It's legal.
Might as well, exactly. It's the same way out here, bro. I'm telling you, I've never had an experience walking into a dispensary before. Now, when I lived in, San Fran, I didn't have a card, so, to me, it was always a mystery. Man, when I walked in, it looked like the Walgreens pharmacy. I'm like, yo, this is the new life. This is it right here.
You gotta have your rec. You gotta either have your rec or your ID. Trust me.
Right.
Trust me.
The fact that they actually moved it to 100% legal in Cali, I'm not gonna lie, that took me out a little bit. I wasn't expecting that.
You know what? They did that, but they added tax on it. That's why.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They had to add tax on it, but people still going to buy it. Trust me.
Definitely. If the government is selling it, it's going to have tax on it. But it's funny because I was actually talking to my boy about it when it all hit, and he put it on Facebook. He was like, they acting like we weren't smoking like a broke stove beforehand. You know what I mean? This, it doesn't change anything. I don't see the weed man going out of business anytime soon.
Like everybody smokes, man. Everybody cause I work out. I train a lot, you know what I mean? And I got a chief. I can't smoke a whole blunt and work out. I got a chief a little bit, about eight puffs. Mm-hmm. And then I get my mind right. And then I'm lifting crazy. That's like my pre-workout.
Now, let me ask you, because we were going to get straight into the movies, but that was probably the most counterproductive shit I've heard in a while. How do you cheat?
No,
and then you're a swole dude.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Pause, but you're a swole dude and you go hard in the gym. How do you chief before actually getting in the gym?
Listen. It's something I call Weed HD.
Okay, so let's talk about it. What is the Weed HD?
Let me say that again. Weed HD. So when you smoke, I like to smoke indica, that it'll have you relax. It'll have you cool. You know what I mean? Far as sativa, where it has you hype or alert and you up. With indica, for me, it's kind of like the opposite. You know what I mean? I'm chilled, but I'm focused. So when I work out, it's like a movie to me.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
A movie. Like I don't pay attention to nobody else when I'm working out. It's just me there, and I'm lifting hard because that chief, it hit my head already. You know what I mean? and I'm doing more with my work.
So it's like a tunnel. You create a tunnel vision basically while you're in there.
Exactly. And just to talk about that for 1 second, it's something that I wanted to do and I wanted to invest in. It's called basically I wanted to make a gym. I want to have my own gym. It's called You Not Buff.
Okay.
No, listen. It's called You Not Buff, but it's going to be a weed dispensary there too. It's going to be two. It's going to be a gym and a dispensary together. I know this is wild, bro. But listen.
I mean, Planet Fitness, they give out pizza, so I'm not necessarily, away from Jim doing some next level shit, but that is very next level, bro.
It is, but it's at your own risk. That's what I'm making.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you're leaving it to the at the discretion and as the full decision of the customer.
Yes, sir.
I feel it.
Sir. You got me right there, man. That's what it is.
So I know if you're chiefing before you go put in work in the gym, is that where you find some of the motivation to do some of these skits? Because your skits you are retarded. Let me just put that out there right now. Your skits are definitely out of here, bro. So is that where the motivation comes from?
I appreciate that, man. I do smoke before I think about my skits because it makes me focus. You know what I mean? With me, you know me for almost 10 years now.
Yeah, it'd be 10 years this August. It's August now. Crazy. So yeah.
when I smoke, I I think about wild stuff. So say if I want to just go into the, my living room and like wash dishes, you know what I mean? And then I feel like I want to make another character disturbing that person washing dishes. You know what I mean? I smoke and I think about it and I make it funny. You know what I mean? Even if it's just me playing all the characters, I'm on my Eddie Murphy, I'm on my, my Martin Lawrence, my Tyler Perry,
right.
That's what I'm on.
So political 420 statement, you would be for the legal usage of marijuana because obviously you patronize it and you don't think that hinders or halts any kind of creative juices.
It doesn't, man. The murder rate is low. Mm-hmm. People are not, even though they said if you do smoke and drive, it's a form of what is it?
DUI. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Even though you could drive blowed a lot better than you can drive wasted, but exactly. I could see with the law being in play, that's in play, how driving high will fall into the same thing. See, I see that.
A DUI, basically. You know what I mean? But I'm with it 100%. I'm with that 100%. I feel like it'll make people think more. It'll make people more professional. That might be a wild word to say, but I feel like if you smoke, you could get straight A's. It's just like, it's a thinking thing. That's all I think. It's nothing bad about it. It's come from the earth.
I can see how it can make you more professional because it does promote patience. Because you're not really trying to, you're not really trying to be on no extra shit when you just, rolling up one and you taking one to the face.
Exactly. You're just chilling.
So I feel like that was the most interesting opening to an interview that I've done since I've been doing this show.
You know what I mean? And I'm 100, man.
Oh yeah. It's like I told you prior, man. Be the only you that you know how to be. You gotta give yourself to the audience the way you do in your movies.
Yeah, man. That's just me. I'm a character, bro. I can play anything that you ask me to play. I'll play it.
So it's dope. Getting into that, I guess the discovery.
Okay.
Well, I'll go back a little further. So you originally from Cali?
Yes, I'm from Compton, California. Okay. I was born and raised in Compton, California. I moved to LA. It's a difference. Trust me. It's a difference. Trust me.
I lived in LA for about 8 years. I know all about it.
Exactly. I grew up. After that, I moved everywhere. I moved to Hawthorne. I moved to Gardena. People, these are cities in LA, if you guys don't know.
Yeah, if you've never been there, this just sounds like, oh, so it's more than just Los Angeles?
Of course, South Central. I stayed on right now Normandy, where my grandma stay at. The deep of South Central, Crenshaw, of course. I say I grew up with a struggle, of course. Just like most of my friends, but I found a way out that struggle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's when I found acting. My elementary, I went to Avalon Gardens. My first play was actually The Wizard of Oz. And guess who I played? I had to play a flying monkey. Now listen.
To see if this was like 2015 and up, I'd have been out there rebelling like, exactly. Nah, bruh, you better make me Scarecrow.
Listen, exactly. But I had to play a monkey, but I was the best monkey flying. I was really flying, bro.
Right.
I was really flying. Like, if you've seen The Wizard of Oz, you know which monkeys I'm talking about. They made me play the monkey. I played the monkey. After that, it was 100 from there. I had to be an actor. If I could not even say embarrass myself, but people were laughing. I remember that. But in order to act, you got to embarrass yourself.
You have to, because you're putting yourself on a different stand, and you're presenting yourself in a way that people aren't used to. But you're diving into that character. Now, I kind of want to touch more so on the embryonic stage of your career, because where you came up from, there's often the stigma behind it that you either rap or play ball. I think The Wood touched on it correctly. And your brother, shout out to homie LB, he did both. So what made you actually, pursue acting? What made you say, I'm going to try out for this role as the monkey in Wizard of Oz?
You know what? Let me take it back. You know what? Because I feel like with me, as I was young, growing up, I always wanted, for Christmas, I didn't want clothes. I didn't want none of the, the video games. All I wanted was a camera. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? My grandma bought me a camera. After that, I just started filming things. So I was a director when I was young. You feel me? Besides acting, I was directing things. You know, I had people in my little so-and-so quote-unquote skits when I was younger. I'm talking about 10, 11, you know.
So if this was something that was like popping on Black Planet or, you know what I'm saying, on AI, on AIM for AOL, that you would have been on by now.
Exactly. I would have, you know, that would have been, you know, there by now. But when I was young, it was just, I needed that camera. And every time I had that camera, I was just loving it. You know what I mean? So when I stepped in front of the camera, it was a different thing for me. I saw myself on camera and I was like, oh my God, this is me. That's wild. I like that. I want to do more, you know? So as I got older, I started, you know, going to different schools with acting, improv classes. You know, I actually went to Lawndale High School. I didn't graduate from Lawndale High School. I went to another school on 49th and Main and Broadway. If you're from LA, you know where that is. Did some acting there, graduated from there, went to the Woo.
Yes, sir.
As you know.
That's actually my next question. Like, so why didn't you seek a school that was, you know, more tailored for you? What actually took you out to the woods with us?
You know what? I needed to get away from Cali, believe it or not.
Understandable.
No, I knew everybody in Cali. I feel like once I graduated high school and I would have either went to like a school like Cal State Dominguez, Northridge, Long Beach, I would have known the same people.
Right.
I would have still had 310-323 in my phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I wanted to go out there because they was giving me the most money, of course. My brother went there.
That changed going forward.
Exactly. My brother went there, and you know, after that, it was just I had to go there to make a change. You know, I needed to get away so I can grow.
Right.
And once I went there, I took a little bit of acting classes as well, and it made me want to do more. You know, so once I got there to the Woo, one of my first, I say, opening was I was on stage and I was doing comedy. Mm-hmm. And once I was telling some jokes, and guess what? I got booed. I got laughed at, of course. But after that, you know, I got better. I kept going. I took more classes. I looked up more films. And now look at me. You know, a lot of people like what I'm doing now. So I'm just going to keep going because this is my passion.
I think that's one thing, you know, out of the many things, of course, that I appreciate about going to Wilberforce University, because we had those opportunities, in a sense, to fail and to hone our craft and get better. Like the first, like, of course, I naturally did, you know, the little high school talent shows and stuff like that. But my first time getting on stage, spitting in front of a crowd that I knew no one, was that that freshman talent show that you got on stage at.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me?
You know what I mean? That was like my first time. From that, you take that and you go forward.
Exactly. And that's what I did, man. I remember the boos. I remember the laugh at. So that step, it was still in my mind. Like, dang, I got to get better, but I'm going to keep doing it even if people boo me, even if people laugh at me. Because with acting for me, bro, is just like when I wake up, that's the first thing I think about. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll probably get on social media and be a character. They like, what's wrong with him? That's me.
Right.
That's always going to be me, you know, and it's just what I love and it's what I care for. You know what I mean? Acting is just a lot of people. It's not made for it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not made for it, but I feel like you got to have it. You just got to have it. You know, you got to have it.
One character, you know, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but we're going to circle back to, you know, let you keep telling the story.
Do your thing, Los.
But one character, of course, that sticks out to me, and it's funny just because I've watched you, you know, from that beginning stage of honing your craft to where you are right now. The do-rag fur character, it takes me back to 2007, you know what I'm saying, all the way up until when we finally got out of there in 2012. It takes me back to that because I just remember you having those kind of monologues. Like that was like just randomly out of nowhere. What's bad? You know what I mean?
Bad with you. Yeah.
And when you, I feel like you took your natural personality and you turned it up to 11. And then that's where do-rag fur came from. Am I in the ballpark with that?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely actually 100% right. Do-rag fur is a character I made, here in California. I wanted to make a pimp. you know, but I didn't want to be like most pimps, you know what I mean? So
right, the pimp name slick back look.
Yeah, exactly. Do-rag fur. But why I named him do-rag fur is because I always have a do-rag on, you know, trying to get waves. Right. Every day it's always on. And my girl, Tiffany, she has a fur cover, a blanket.
Right.
You know, and then like I put two and two together, you know. So I asked her, I was like, let me see your blanket right quick. And she was like, what you doing? You know what I mean? Because I'm always doing wild stuff. So I put it on and I'm like, I could be a pimp. No, right. No,
I'm pretty sure like off rip, she was like, the fuck?
I was like, I could really be a pimp. Not like, you know, in real life, but like as a character.
Right.
You feel me? So how that inspired, I got on Snapchat. I recorded myself for that 9 seconds talking about, you know, hoes, prostitutes, and, you know, when they not having my money, what happens to them? You know what I mean?
Giving them the game.
And as I kept recording that, people was like, you a fool. What is this? What is this? You know, so I kept doing that and people starting to like it. So what I'm going to do with Do-Rag Fur in the making is I'm going to make a film. It's going to have episodes about Do-Rag Fur besides the 9 seconds that I always give you guys.
Right.
He's going to be walking down the street. He's going to have a bunch of hoes on his arm, and they're going to be directing traffic for me. You feel me? I'm just going to give you a taste. I'm just going to give you a taste of that. They're going to be directing traffic for me. After that, you're going to just have to see it.
Now, and I know you have it in your ability to do so because some of the females you have in your skits, my goodness. Boy, you got an eye. Boy, you got an eye.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out to my directors that be handling that for me, too, you know.
I look at the success of Joanne the Scammer and how he has money getting put behind him from big name and big name companies. I think he has something streaming on YouTube still, like with full production quality that's ridiculous.
Right.
So I definitely see where that can go. But circling back, kind of getting back to it. So you went to school at Wilberforce, started honing your craft there, and then you said you went on to acting classes. So who are some of the I guess the names in the film school world that you started working with after that?
Oh man, after the Woo?
Yeah. Like what was the acting? What were some of the classes and stuff you took?
I'll say, my boy Gino, he's a director. For of course Black Boots, which I'll talk about too. He actually went to the Woo as well. Him, of course, my boy Derek, Michael Parker, he's the director of Central Ave. My boy Slim, he's one of my New York directors, and we also take care of classes together. It's a together thing,
right?
You know, with some of my directors and the classes that we do take, improv classes mostly. Okay. Sometimes we usually go to the house, invite a whole bunch of people, and we'll talk about different networking, and we'll do improv there, but it's just basically simple classes like that. Yeah,
when we had Carl Tartt on, you remember Carl from the Woo, right?
Yeah, I was just with him like 2 months ago.
Yeah, we were talking about the exact same thing. So improv classes is like a really good way to take the lid off and kind of move forward with it.
Shout out my boy Don Welch. He does improv classes in Hollywood and in the LA area as well.
Okay. No, you worked with him before, or you met him after the fact?
No, I met him after the fact.
Okay. Now that you're starting to see your hard work pay off, you're starting to get these roles booked and these characters that people can develop feelings for, the people that can get behind and truly watch grow. Right. I had set this up to talk about my first time seeing you in like something full length, and that was Black Boots. So yes. Tell the listeners, tell the ear hustlers, what's Black Boots and how did you get involved with that?
Okay. How I got involved with it was my old head, Gino Brooks. He's the creator, director of Black Boots. He is an alpha. Shout out to Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Phi Alpha.
I was about to say, we really appreciate that, brother, but we just a chapter.
But shout out to Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
You got it. Shout
out my chapter, Mighty Z chapter. My director, he was sitting with me at our centennial actually in 2012. And he asked me, he was like, bruh, I'm making this, this show. It's about fraternities and everything. And he was kind of, I was like, I don't know, it might get wild. You feel me? Because, with the fraternities and the sororities, it gets real wild.
Real quick, though, you're talking about your chapter centennial in 2012, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I was just trying to keep, because we do got Greeks that listen to the show. They're going to come in like, man, Alpha's one founded in 1912. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get that out the way. We don't need you to slip into Compton Darryl.
My
you know
chapter was founded in 1912.
Got you.
Yeah, so 2012, my centennial. And we had a conversation about that. So basically in 2013, I came back to LA and we discussed some things. He gave me a script. He told me what Black Boots was about, and we did what we did. So Black Boots is basically about a freshman going through college, looking to pledge a fraternity. And, freshmen really can't pledge a fraternity if you know. I mean, Los, you know. You know, Los.
Yeah.
But we had to exactly. We had to speed that up, just for the viewers.
I say you're not supposed to. At least we'll keep it at that.
Exactly, we gonna keep it at that. But he's pledged this fraternity. He goes through trials and tribulations, financial issues, pregnancies, trying to join this fraternity called EKI. EXT. Okay. We also have another fraternity called MBK. Okay. And with those fraternities, they're having a line. We also having pledge processes as well. With that, it's a story. Now, this story is crazy. If you guys haven't seen it, it's called Black Boots TV. Okay, you can find this on Artistic Standard TV.
I was about to say, yeah, because it don't say Black Boots. It's going on their Artistic Standards.
Yeah, you definitely can do that. But through this, my character, he plays Bryson. He actually is a dope character. You'll see him through Black Boots. We're actually in season 2 right now, finishing up. So if you haven't really seen it, if you're into fraternities or sororities, definitely check it out. But it was a lovely process. It was a lovely process, lovely making the set. The set time was beautiful.
I think it was, what was the joint on Netflix? Burning Sands. I think it came out maybe like a year or 2 years after y'all started doing Black Boots.
Yes.
And people, when they hear that I'm in a fraternity and then they watch that, that's the first thing. You let them do that to you, yada, yada, yada. So I say this not only as a Divine Nine fraternity member, I also say this as a fan of the product. Black Boots is probably the most accurate portrayal of the unspoken side of Divine Nine. Yes, and I will tell anybody to watch that long before you watch that bullshit Burning Sands.
I mean, I could brag about it, but I just want you guys to definitely go see it or definitely go to YouTube and check it out. It's a real dope series, and it's just not what you think it's about. Right. Trust me.
Yeah, and you actually see your character develop. I love the writing on Black Boots because it takes the time to develop each character. I spoke about it before we got into it. You actually have that chance to grow with that character and see them become something different. Like seeing you go from, a maggot all the way to one of the big brothers, like that shit is dope. Like that's and you actually care. You actually give a fuck about this character. It's not like boy in line number 4. You know what I mean?
Right. And I definitely appreciate that, man. It was a real dope shooting, man. And we actually shot at USC. We had that for HBCU. So basically that was a HBCU for the film, not in real life.
So how'd y'all get that set up? Was it something that USC contributed to, or y'all just caught them during their downtime?
I mean, we had to get it in our downtime, in their downtime. You know what I mean? But we pulled some plugs. We know a couple of people, so we had to get some filming there done. It was beautiful. It was definitely beautiful, bro. Real.
That's a good deal. And a lot of times people don't really trip off of stuff like that because it is it's a positive reflection of the school. Like people can actually see, the upkeep that happens at the school, and it may turn people attention to the school. All publicity, certain ones is good.
With Black Boots, of course, we got some backlash. Of course, who doesn't get backlash with their films?
It's part of the process, right?
It's definitely a part of the process. But like I said, the film was beautiful, and everybody definitely check it out, man. Artistic Standard TV. The last episode for the second season, I actually just shot, I'll say, a month ago, and it gets wild for Bryson. Trust me.
Okay.
It gets wild for Bryson. I want to tell you, Los. I want to tell y'all, man, but
well, no. Normally I'll be like, tell me off the mic, but since I watch it, I really want to kind of just keep going with what's already going down.
Okay.
So definitely keep me out the loop on that one. If you want to tell me what's coming up with Do-Rag Fur, do that, because those are skits for right now. But,
I got you with Do-Rag Fur,
my
man.
I
definitely got you with him. Pimp Chronicles, man.
You said that's what's called the Pimp Chronicles?
With Do-Rag Fur, Pimp Chronicles, Pimpin' is Hard, Productions. You can find the hashtags on Instagram. You can just hashtag it and I'll come up. Do-Rag Fur as well.
Oh, yeah, we got to get it moving. I got to make sure I put that in the description.
Got to. Do-Rag Fur, man. Do-Rag Fur. I'm telling you, he's hilarious.
So moving forward to this next project. So you got Central Ave, and I'm keeping up with Central Ave. First of all, I have too many talented friends because I'm trying to keep up with all this shit while maintaining my own shit. My life lives in my computer screen right now. Like, I already had fucked up vision with the glasses. Now it's just it's going to a different level at this point. But the new character.
I appreciate you watching that though too.
Oh, real, definitely, man. I told you that from jump when you sent me the link. I'm on.
That's love.
But with this new character, completely different from your Black Boots character.
Yes.
So explain to the people what Central Ave is, and explain to them your character, and let them know you ain't no simp. Let them know.
Of course. So basically, Central Ave is about a Muay Thai fighter. Her name is Maya. I play her boyfriend named Keith. She goes through this tournament. Well, she's trying to join a tournament, but something happens before she can join this tournament. And I don't want to tell you. With that, something happens. She also has a best friend named Rachel. And with that incident that happens, they're close together.
Right.
They seen it, and it's just gonna get wild, man. I just play Keith. He's a strong character. A lot of people love him. Her friends, which is Maya, her friends don't like me. They don't like me, bro. They do not like me.
Aren't we the ones that we're always not liked?
Yeah, of course. They don't like me, but everybody just YouTube Central Ave. Please YouTube Central Ave. It's just lovely. I want everybody to definitely check it out. It's definitely a web series. We're actually in our 6th episode right now, so everybody, please check it out.
And you don't have to wait long to find out the incident. You get right into it the first 2 episodes. So
you tell it, Los. You tell it though, man. I don't want to tell them. I just want them to watch it, But
no, of course. But that's what I'm saying. But I ain't telling what's going on. But that's just to hook them. Like, a lot of cats, they feel like they gotta watch like 3-4 episodes deep and be like, oh, there it is. Like, nah, you want to jump right into it,
right?
And you do.
And
with this series.
It's based in L.A., y'all. It's based in L.A. Okay. It's based in L.A., and that's all I gotta say for that. It's based in L.A., so you definitely gotta check it out.
You got Central Ave, you got Black Boots, you got Do-Rag Fur, Pimp Chronicles, you got all this stuff going on, and this is barely you kind of starting to get your feet wet. Like, what do you see yourself doing, once you dive in fully? Like, what are the plans going forward?
Once I dive in, bro, I'm just, of course, trying to get my feet more wet. I'm trying to have water all on my clothes, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to get into movies. I'm trying to get into dope commercials. I'm trying to work with everybody. I'm actually trying to network with anybody. I don't discriminate with networking or in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to start my feature film about my life when I was young, as me growing up, going to high school, graduating college, joining organizations. I want to tell that life. I want to tell that story.
Right.
Oh,
so that means Clef going to be in there. So who going to play me?
Yes, you can play you.
For sure. I'm in there.
I've
always looked over 30 my entire life, so it's gonna look exactly the same way it did in school. So I'm
Shout out to Clef.
You
feel me? Shout out to Clef, of course. Clef banging.
And just kind of get y'all to understand, Clef, we specialize in people who, they go after music, acting, poetry, the whole nine. It's the arts, basically. And that's I mean, me and you, we were already cool, but that's where we got even closer. We actually had the opportunity to work with each other more.
Exactly. So we definitely got chemistry in the foundation, bro. We definitely do.
All right, so what is the? I mean, it's kind of broad because it could be anything. But so what's the dream job right now? Like, what's that one thing that you feel as if you were to land, or if this was to take off, that's the door opening for me?
Dream job. Dream job. Let me just first tell you what I want to do in life. You know, besides, of course, acting. That's number one. Personal training. Personal training, man. Helping the people. You know, because with personal training, it's a lot of people that really don't know how to work out.
Right.
You know, and that's what I really want to do. I want to act, of course. I'm doing that now. I want to work with Denzel, man.
Of course.
I want to work with Denzel, but he getting too old. I want to work with Will, but they getting too old, so I'm gonna have to be an old character
now,
when I work with them.
Will, I understand, because as he ascends higher in his money, his quality of work is starting to slip. So that I understand. I don't think Denzel has gave us anything bad since Hard Lesson. So you might be good on Denzel.
I still can work with Denzel.
I think you can. I know when I had Mac on the show, he said the exact same thing. Like, he wants to work with Denzel. I saw that, Guardians of the Galaxy was his turning point, and he started getting booked more. So what is something that you would like to be a part of that you see that's going on right now in the film industry? Like, would you want to be in a DC Marvel universe? Would you want to keep it, dramatic, stay with comedy? Like, what's something that you think?
With me, it's not about being in these films, because the films are going to keep going on. I just want to make my own. Right now, I want to make my own, and then, so I can set a platform for myself first. I can build for myself first, and then I can, venture out to being in other films with other people. I just want to do what I need to do first.
So do you write on top of acting, or is this?
I write skits. I write out skits, but that's simple. You know what I mean? But I don't write films. All I do is just act, and I love acting. That's it. That's all.
You look at the turnover rate for a lot of these independent writers and actors and stuff like that. They land at that one film festival, and then they're set. Like, shit just shoots to the moon after that.
Just like if I wanted to make my own films, you know what I mean, and people can pick that up, you know what I mean, and say, okay, this is what I want to do more. So that's what I want to do. I want to make my own film, and somebody will pick it up. It's not like with me working with that celebrity. It's just like if somebody sees what I do, that's valuable, and they like, you know what? Okay, I want to give them a chance. That's how I want to do it first.
Right.
I just don't want to jump in. Okay, I'm with this celebrity. Now I'm on. I want somebody to, see what I do first, see that I have potential, see that I that aggressiveness, that that work that I put in,
right,
and that struggle and that emotion that they see in my face, that I'm worth it.
Definitely.
And that's how I want to do it first. And I'm close.
Oh yeah,
I'm close.
Yeah, the fact that you actually want to get your stripes first, that's beyond commendable. So I feel you, bro. I salute you.
I appreciate that, man, for real. I definitely appreciate that. That's love.
Kind of going back to Central Ave, I really didn't get a chance to go into how you actually linked up with them. So what was the story behind you getting involved with Central Ave? And you already told us about the character and everything like that, but actually linking up with them, what was the story behind that?
Oh, how I linked up with them was my New York director. He actually works with my Texas director, and they were filming, of course, the show called Central Ave. And I'd never really heard about it, but I'm LA. I know about LA. I know everything about LA.
Right.
So and then my New York director, he hit me. He said, Derek, man, he's looking for this character named Keith, and he sent me the script. He sent me the dialogue of the character, what I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to say, and I went to go audition for him, and he liked me.
Okay.
And after that, it was just 100. It was just 100 after that. It was good, and I was actually excited. I was really excited. I was like, thank you. I told him, thank you, man. Thank you, because it's an opportunity. It's another opportunity for me.
Right.
You feel me? So
That's how I got that one.
Definitely how I got that one.
It's an amazing story, bro, and I love the fact that it's just beginning. You know what I mean? Like there's much more that's going to be written to this. So when the Darryl Williams stories come out, you know, and you see your boy playing your boy, I think it's definitely going to be a good watch. Bro. It's going to be a good watch. Another thing I kind of want to bring people's attention to is that you're not afraid to be yourself both on and off the camera. You're very vocal about, you know, let's call it what it is. You're very vocal about the bullshit that's going on in this country and everything. And right. I've been seeing a lot of new developments, you know, going from that Charlottesville case. Like you saw what happened in Boston?
Yes. Yes, man. It's a tragedy, bro. I don't know what's up with this world, bro.
And you talk about it a lot, you know, in social media. So I just kind of want to get your feelings behind this. Just kind of, you know, just to normalize you to the listeners. Mm-hmm. So with, you know, with everything that's going on and, you know, people are actually protesting against these rallies, you know, I think they try to switch it up to a freedom of speech rally or something like that now. But
I saw that today. I was like, wow.
But they're still kind of preaching the exact same ideas. Like that shit is wild. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Did you see that some of the people, the people that was protesting against that rally, like 4 of them got locked up?
Yes, and that's how it goes, especially with the black people, man. I forgot her name, but they locked her up after bringing the statue down.
Wow.
You know, the statue that they were supposedly protesting about. You know, they locked up a black woman for that. You know, and instead of everybody, where was the police presence?
Focused on black people.
Yeah, you know, and it's for me it's sad, you know, because I see my people going to jail, getting killed by the police, you know, and nothing is happening. And nothing is happening. And people want to protest and protest and protest. But actually I see it both ways.
How so?
You know, how long will we protest, Los?
Very true.
How long will we protest and nothing is happening? You know, with us, what we have to do is build in our community. We have to own our own stuff.
Definitely.
We have to own our own houses, our own credit cards, our own schools. But who's going to do that? Who's really going to, you know, stop their Chase account and go into a black account, you know, for example? Who's really going to do that? Now,
with the black account, and I'm not going to mention the bank by name, but a lot of the times when we do, you know, strive to support our own, sometimes our own does let us down. So we definitely need the people who are truly about their business, and we need the people that actually know what the hell they're doing to put the time and the money behind developing something for, you know, black people to support. Because what you're saying is exactly what my co-host was saying in the last episode. It's almost like a segregation with a slight, you know, asterisk on it. Like, I mean, it ain't all the way segregation, but we do need our own.
You know what? I mean? You know what's so crazy? You know what happened in the 50s and the 60s, man? Mm-hmm. You know, when the black leader called out, you know what? We're going to boycott this bus. We're going to boycott going here. Guess who all did it? The black people.
Of course.
So right now, when this is happening and people are saying boycott this, boycott that, why can't we do it?
That's why I was low key shocked.
And I'm not giving you that question, Los. I'm not the interviewer, bro, but I'm just, you know, speaking like, why can't we do that? Why can't everybody just, you know what? That's how we win.
No, I completely agree. That's why I was actually about to mention. I was shocked to see that the NFL boycott has actually been, you know, somewhat benefit. It's actually been working. You know, they have lost some money, not enough to necessarily, you know, put fear in their boots, but it was enough to report. Now we'll see when the actual, you know, when the full season really kicks off, you know, how many people stick with it, but you know, there is progress when we use our voice.
I support Cap, man. I support him, you know, and everybody should support him. You know, it's his rights.
Right.
And that's what this, you know, America was based on, you know.
We saw that when the Klan got their torches and they were out here talking about unite the right. Trust me.
Hey, listen, but when they had torches, think about it. If they, I'm not saying they weren't real KKK white supremacists. I'm not saying that, but they had torches. Back in the day, they had fire.
Right.
They had sticks. Because they really meant business.
They really was trying to put somebody down.
And that I pointed that out when I saw that. I was like,
It was at first it was comical because I'm like, you're using technically a minority's heritage as your torch, like you're using tiki torches, so you already look retarded. But
that's not gonna scare nobody.
That's not gonna scare nobody. It looks like a luau. But then you look at, all the big shit that they were talking, and you instantly saw how every last one of them was a coward. My man ended up killing the woman, mowing down the crowd with his car. And you got my other dude who was on Vice talking about, I am an aggressor. I have no problem killing people. I want to be feared. But then as soon as you found out you had a warrant, you were like, oh no, you crying on your own video?
It's crazy to me that people are just there just to say that they're there as well.
Right, just to be a part of history. But what side of history you really trying to be on?
And it's sad, but guess what? This was all campaigned on.
Trump.
Yes.
They said they're marching to uphold his ideals.
Yes. They want to make America great again. They want to go back to their roots. And what's their roots, huh? Please, somebody please tell me what's their roots. And it's so sad that, we're not afraid of anybody. The black people, we're not afraid of anybody. I don't understand why people are afraid of us. We're not a threat.
Right.
It's just a different pigment, a different color of the skin. It baffles me, Los. It's sad that if I walk down the street, you have to cross the street just so you're safe.
Right.
But I mean no harm.
But this is something that's been going on for decades. As soon as, every time black people started getting more, a little inch of freedom, it was like, all right, well, now they have this freedom. They're going to retaliate. That was always like one of the biggest fear was retaliation. So we've always been, they've been the bullies since day one, from when they kept us when it was legal to as we sit here right now watching black people get killed and nothing happening to the police. They've been the bullies.
And no disrespect to my white friends, it's just the racist ones. That's what, let me point that out. Let me be very clear. No disrespect to my white friends, because I got a lot of white friends. It's just those racist ones, man.
And that's kind of what I'm low key happy about what's going on right now, because I felt like, the good white people, if I have to distinguish the two, they felt like they were backed in the corner and didn't want to speak on it. But now we're getting these protests. We're getting these, Nazis and white supremacists. They're all coming together to march. Now it's like, okay, we're officially being seen in a bad light. Now you got cats like Jimmy Kimmel. You got cats like Jimmy Fallon. You got Lady Gaga tweeting about it. Like, we're starting to hear from the good ones. You know what I mean? And that's all we've been asking for since day one.
And I feel like you can be only taught racism.
Of course.
You can't be born racist. It's like some people are not educated on our history. So I'm not going to give them a pass, but because you could always read a book, or you could always go online and look up. Exactly. You feel me? You can always do that and look up the history of what happened back in the days when we were slaves, and that same feeling that we have now. It doesn't matter if we wasn't slaves right now. You know what I mean? Our people, our ancestors was, and they fought. You mean to tell me you had to go to war, and then after war you were slaves again?
Right.
You had to get back in chains? You feel me? What was we really fighting for? And oh man, and I love talking about this, Los. That's why I'm just like, I'm shaking my head right now, because it's so sad.
Oh yeah, I definitely wanted to have the conversation with you, since there's been so many developments since it's been going on. I'm like, you know what? Even leading up to this interview, I'm like, Darryl's the perfect dude, because he is as vocal as I am about it. So I'm like, let's have a conversation.
What I want to say, man, is just that to the people is just, of course, how long will protesting work? You can keep protesting, just like, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. They had totally different views.
Right.
But you know what happened to them. You know what I mean? I feel like one race is losing power, and the other race is getting power, and one race is mad at that to break it all down.
Seriously.
You know, are some people afraid that minorities is going to have power now?
That's something that Kev has been saying for a while. Like, you're starting to see the switch. You know what I mean? You're already getting the mulatto babies. You know, you're already getting the mixed kids. You know what I mean? But now, you know, we're just multiplying more and more that they're starting to become the minority, and they openly don't like it.
Exactly.
Our voice is enough to take down monuments of Confederate leaders and open white supremacists and all this other stuff. And, you know, they not feeling it. It's like, no, this is our history.
This is our history, and they don't care about our history.
Right.
You know, even though our history, you know, helped out their history. You feel me? If you break it down, man,
we built their history.
Yo, it's serious, man.
It's crazy because we've been protesting for years. When I tell you years, you already know, like, we've been doing this for decades. You know what I mean? And it took decades just to get a monument taken down. One monument got taken down, and now they protesting. That's
monument,
fear.
like,
that is legit fear.
I just don't get it, man.
See, they're already going at it different. They marching with fear. We was marching like, no, we just want equality. That's it. Y'all out here afraid to lose.
Is that so hard, Los? Is that so hard?
Apparently.
That's all we want. We not asking for all the everything. You know, we still didn't get our 40 acres. You know what I mean?
we could be putting in some calls for that, but the least we want is equality.
Exactly, man. That's it. That's all, bro. But, you know, my stance on it is just like, you know, your stance on it. You know, we want equality. We want justice. We want people to be accounted on how people get treated. You know, if you happen to kill a person and it's on tape, go to jail. You know, you don't get off and get paid leave. And, like, you know, that pisses me off.
Paid vacation for a black body.
For a black body. You know, I still feel like 3/5 of a person, not even a human.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that never left. It may have left the Constitution, but it ain't left society.
That's real, man. That is definitely real, man. Real. But that's my look on it, man. Of course, power to all the people. All of us are equal. Every race is equal, man. If they tell us to go back, you know, remember who country this was. Native Americans. We all immigrants.
We all out, basically. We back in Africa. They back in London. I guess Scotland, London, wherever they're from.
Yeah, whatever,
somewhere in Europe. we all got to shake the spot. This real, conversation did go real political for a little bit, but you know, I still wanted to have that conversation with you because, like I said, I see you speak about it so much, and I just wanted to see, you know, I wanted the people to see where your head was at. And how you're not letting any of that take away from what you're doing in entertainment, and take away from, you know, you pursuing your dream. So I definitely commend that, and I salute you, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It's just everybody needs to come together. Of course, you know, it's I wouldn't say it's simple. It's not simple, but we will get there. Trust me.
It's not simple and won't happen overnight, but I agree. Final question before we get up out of here. What else can we expect going forward from Darryl Williams?
Oh, man, what can we expect from myself? Me, of course, striving.
Right.
Striving, bro. Just waking up every day and keep doing what I love. Nothing, all the negativity is gone. I brush it off and I keep doing what I do. You know, it's just more acting, of course, more skits, more films until I get where I need to get. And when I get where I need to get, I'm still going to be getting.
Right. Get more.
If that made sense, bro. Did that make sense?
I think it made sense, but I think that's probably us circling back to the beginning of this conversation. I think now other things.
That's what a lot of people don't know about me, man. I still do. I talk backwards. What's bad? What you means? What's good? You know. I could take it back. They gonna be confused, Los, if I give them that.
We should have built them. We should have just held their hand and walked them through it this entire episode. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, I get it now."
Exactly, but just to answer your question, man, progress, staying humble, reaching out to, of course, the community, helping the community, and doing what I love every day, because
Right.
this what makes me smile every day in the morning. I know that I'm breathing, I'm healthy, and I can do what I love, and I'm safe, and I'm doing what I love, and you feel me?
Right.
It's all good from there. It's all good. Only power moves, Los.
Only power moves.
I'm trying to get like you, man. I'm trying to get my podcast. Oh, and I wanted to tell you about the Pillow Talk.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the girl show.
I'm trying to get up on there. I'm not trying to pillow talk, but I'm just trying to, see what the deal is. You feel me?
Hey, man, listen. I've already when they had the Like Water for Chocolate show, which is coming back. It got into my business even when they was on my show. You may have no choice but to do a little bit of pillow talking. You may have to reveal some of the stories at the Woo. I'm just saying.
No, I can't do that, man, because everybody from the Woo gonna be listening.
I think that's the point. I mean,
yeah.
If they got nothing to be ashamed about,
if you don't want, if you want to call me on it, call me on it. You feel me?
I'll definitely put the bug in their ear. I know they listen to the Noize faithfully, so the bug is basically in their ear at this point. But yeah. I don't see why we couldn't make that happen. We're already going to get you on Back to the Classics.
Let's do it, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited, man. And I'm about to roll up again, too, just to let you know. You feel me?
Hey, man, touch the sky, bro.
I'm excited for all this networking I'm doing, man. This 2017, has been nothing but love for me. Nothing but blessings, bro. Nothing but blessings.
Hey, man, this was a fantastic conversation. One more time before we get up out of here. Let the people know where they can find you. Let the people know where they can find your material, your product, the whole nine. Where can they find you at, other than, sitting on the porch twisting something up?
You can find me at LA doing that. Well, social media, my Instagram is Cuzzington. That's CUZZINGTON. My Twitter is Come On Cuz, CMONCUZZ. And you probably hear a cuz a lot. I look like everybody cousin. That's why. My
Facebook, as soon as you hear LA, it's a bunch of cuz. It's definitely a connection.
My Facebook is Darryl Williams II. So, Darryl Williams and 2 eyes, if you don't know what the second is. You can find my YouTube, Cali 2989. That's CALI 2989. And yeah, that's me, man. Find me. Let's work. I'm excited.
All right. Now, what about the projects? Where can you find the projects at?
Oh, the projects. You can find my projects up on Lions Den TV. You can find another of my projects on Derek Michael Parker. You can, and this is all on YouTube, you guys. You can find more projects on the Artistic Standard TV. And yeah, man, find it all there. And I'm also working with my homegirl. Her name is Latoya Ward. You can find her on Latoya Ward TV. We're working close together. Trust me, it's dope. But yeah, man, let's get it.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure I get caught up on Black Boots and Central Lab, the Do-Rag Fur, Pimp Chronicles, the whole nine.
Do-Rag Fur is coming and we pimping, trust me.
At Big Los UTC on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook, of course, by my regular name. Snapchat, the whole nine. Don't forget to visit the beatnetworkonline.com website. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at @beat_network, Instagram at Beat Network, Facebook, like the page, facebook.com/beatnetwork1, the whole nine. Buy you some merch, beatnetworkonline.com/merch. Go ahead, get that on your body. Feel good about yourself. Again, I appreciate you coming on the show, my man. It's been a fun conversation. This is the Woo all over again. You know what I mean? Sitting in Henderson Hall clowning.
I do appreciate it, man. Nothing but love, man. I thank you for the opportunity.
Definitely, man. And of course, this officially makes you a friend of Beat Network, so you're going to go ahead and just circulate around all the shows. We're going to get you on wherever we can.
Because I watch all the shows, believe it or not. Trust
appreciate
me.
It. Much appreciate
I watch all, and I love all the shows. Y'all be really fooling over here, man.
And it's fun, dude. You give me a mic and some time, and it's over. That's all I need.
Man. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it, bro.
Definitely, bro. And to the ear hustlers, as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support. And as always, it's Big Low. Shout out to Hollywood Kev. It's the Noize.